Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout! Round five. Ready, go! Excellent!
Well, it was ridiculous.
The Saturn saw numerous Model 2 arcade ports during its time. They were often pared back in some form so the Saturn could handle them, typically losing detail, lowered polygon counts, and even reduced frame rates. Out of these games, it's Virtua Cop 2 that I felt did the arcade the most justice. Side by side, these two games are incredibly close. The Saturn reproduces every area and every enemy incredibly well, right down to the car chases and train shootouts. The action is fast moving, the performance incredibly stable, and the 3D engine very impressive. The first Virtua Cop had been a really solid game, but Part 2 absolutely destroys it in both visuals and gameplay. This is the reason to own a light gun for the Sega Saturn in my eyes, and once you add a second gun and a friend, it becomes one of the most replayable games you can get for the platform. I often wish Sega had put this team on the House of the Dead port instead of farming it out. I have a feeling it would have been a vastly superior product if they had. "1998 brought us the Treasure Classic Radiant Silver Gun. This one was always really impressive thanks to its gameplay model. Instead of picking up weapons at random in the field, this gives you 7 different options that can be manually switched on the fly right from the get-go. It's a tough but fair game that rewards your time and patience. On top of the gameplay, it also had some really nice visuals and backgrounds that really impressed. The Saturn's BDP2 background chip is running at full steam here to give you gorgeous backdrops that spin, scale, and provide an overall impressive sense of depth. It's an important piece of why this game is so visually pleasing. By handling the background so effectively, BDP2 frees up BDP1's polygon and sprite capabilities to give you ships and special effects that look outstanding. This combination was the path to getting the best performance out of the Saturn, a melding of sprite and background rendering the way the original architect intended. Of course, not every developer had the time, money, or skill to do this, but when they did, games like Radiant Silvergun is what we saw.
Round 3. Ready, go! Excellent!
I talk a fair bit about Sega's a stall, and frankly, it's because it's one of the prettiest two-dimensional games of that entire generation. I know that phrase gets repeated a lot on my channel, but here it's undeniably true. Whatever you may think of its gameplay, nobody can deny its incredible visuals. While I could spotlight many things about it I find impressive, it's the parallax scrolling I want to focus on specifically. Parallax is more than just simple layers in a game. Truly great parallax is about adding depth and beauty, looking out into the vastness and being convinced that there's a living, breathing world back there. In addition to the large, well-animated sprites in a stall, the backgrounds give you a world that could only exist in your dreams. Whether it's the dark caverns, dank swamps, or even apocalyptic storms, this game delivers the goods when it comes to two-dimensional eye candy. Many areas even throw in some full-screen scaling just because the Saturn can do it with ease. It's true a stall isn't gonna wow you with deep gameplay mechanics or some wild gimmick that's brand new. But what it lacks in innovation there, it makes up for and then some with its nearly flawless presentation. Shoot 'em ups aren't usually spotlighted for their impressive animation, but I want to shine a light on the vertically scrolling Shien Ryu. I always found this one pleasing to the eyes because of the way the enemies get destroyed. In the old days, you'd get a few frames of destruction and that was about it. But as the 1990s moved on, we started to get some really nice destruction. The ships in this one get hit, flame out, and then burst into countless pieces of shrapnel. The debris then crashes with a thud below, or splashes down in water. It's such a small thing, but it adds so much to the feeling of truly doing some damage and destruction with your fighter. I'd also like to take a moment and draw your attention to one of the boss fights, an octopus-like ship with arms moving all over. I really thought this looked great, and the Saturn does it with nary a flicker or slowdown in sight. Shien Ryu doesn't elicit the kind of response many of the Saturn's better shoot-'em-ups do. But this is still a great game, and I break it out often. If the resolution scaling bothers you, be sure to try the arcade option. It really is a great looking game. When Capcom started porting its fighting games to the Saturn, my friends and I jumped on them immediately. Getting games like X-Men, Children of the Atom, Street Fighter Alpha, and Night Warriors so close together was a great stretch of time, and we played the absolute hell out of them.
Thank you, Wes.
As many of you know, Capcom soon began using the RAM expansion cards to make their games even better, now with shorter load times and closer animation to the arcade originals. But it was Street Fighter Alpha 2 that was so well done, not only did it not need a RAM expansion, it got even better with an upgraded release called Alpha 2 Gold. While you still see some cuts in the animation here and there, this port was just about as perfect as you could have hoped for. That's why I wanted it in this episode, just on the merits of a kick-ass port that needed nothing extra. Even with the cuts, the animation and fighters look outstanding, and the backgrounds still have just about everything that made them look great in the coin-op. The original is fine if that's all you have, but if you want the most out of your Alpha 2 experience, go with Gold. It's one of the best out there.
Some boy? What's up, my boy? Yo, just here to ask how's it going, dude. Yeah, I'm alright. Still waiting on my refund. Where's my 29k refund, boy? I got my receipt. I got my receipt and I got my recording. I got my receipt and I got my recording. So have some of that, son. Have some of that, son. What's good, my boy? Greedy
Round
fucks,
one.
yeah.
Ready, go!
Okay. No worries, man. Oh, shit.
Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go!
Ah, damn.
Knockout!
That's broken.
Here's another Auto Summer Sizzler. Get our 150 gig data SIM for under £20 a month. And we're the only major network that doesn't charge anyone extra for roaming in the EU. Up to 25 gig. O2. See what you can do.
Praise to the price risers for inspiring us to fix our UK prices until the end.
Oh, is that Street Fighter 03?
When Capcom started porting its fighting games to the Saturn, my friends and I jumped on them immediately. Getting games like X-Men, Children of the Atom, Street Fighter Alpha, and Night Warriors so close together was a great stretch of time, and we played the absolute hell out of them. As many of you know, Capcom soon began using the RAM expansion carts to make their games even better, now with shorter load times and closer animation to the arcade originals. But it was Street Fighter Alpha 2 that was so well done, not only did it not need a RAM expansion, it got even better with an upgraded release called Alpha 2 Gold. While you still see some cuts in the animation here and there, this port was just about as perfect as you could have hoped for. That's why I wanted it in this episode, just on the merits of a kick-ass port that needed nothing extra. Even with the cuts, the animation and fighters look outstanding, and the backgrounds still have just about everything that made them look great in the coin-op. The original is fine if that's all you have, but if you want the most out of your Alpha 2 experience, go with Gold. It's one of the best out there. When looking at Loaded, there isn't much about the base graphics that is particularly appealing. This top-down run and gun runs a bit janky and the textures are dark and muddy. But what it lacks in those areas, I still have to hand it to the developers for the cool-looking light sourcing and smoke effects. Whether it was the weapons in your hand or the bombs you deployed, the bullets, fire, lasers, and resulting carnage filled the screen with effects I just never got tired of. There was a visceral thrill to letting loose with the antenna mowing down everything that moved. Nothing was your friend, nothing deserved mercy, and your trigger finger was always hungry. I know, it sounds kinda disturbed when you say it that way, but I always felt letting loose in a video game was a therapeutic way of dealing with everyday stress. If you enjoy blowing things up and the resulting fireworks, Loaded is for you. Sonic Jam was a compilation of Sonic titles from the Sega Genesis. While those games have their own appeal, I want to focus on Sonic World a bit here. That was a special bonus mode that allowed you to run around a stage and view different types of media, like concept art and the full motion video from Sonic.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
あなたにはクンフーが足りないわ。
CD. But what was so special about this is the fact that it shows a reasonable approximation of what a three-dimensional Sonic could have looked like on the Saturn. While really only a single stage and a small one at that, you can't help but get the feeling that had this team been at the helm of the ill-fated Sonic Extreme, things would have turned out completely different. Of course they didn't, and we are only left with this tiny piece of what could have been. Running around in this, you get a feeling that with just a bit more polish and the gameplay could have been more than playable in a full adventure. Sonic's gameplay likely would have needed to be changed around to a more mission-based structure, sort of like the stars in Super Mario 64, but that could have been a really good thing for this series. In fact, there are a handful of missions here where you need to collect rings and other items, lending some proof that Sonic Team was onto the same idea themselves. Word is the work that started here is what eventually became Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, but I gotta admit, I still wanted a 3D Sonic on Sega's Six Rock from the Sun. If you've played Assault Suit Linos 2 before, you know it's a challenging fight for your life. Guns blazing, you boost on land and in the air as enemies attack you from all sides. The visuals in the stages themselves looks cool enough, but it's the first boss that'll knock your socks off. This thing is massive, one of the largest bosses I've ever seen in a video game. And to add to this behemoth, the entire screen scales in and out so that you can see the fight better. This is the kind of stuff that could put the Neo Geo to shame. I really dig this game overall, but it's nearly ruined by an escort mission about halfway through that sees failure far too easy. That first stage, however, is a real showpiece and makes you wish the rest of the game was exactly like it. Give it a go if you like the first, or Cybernator on the Super Nintendo.
Get 20% off car tuning and styling. And get the thing to make your
Hi,
engine
Lee
sing.
from the Rock.
Find, fix and save. That's the eBay way.
How are you, dude?
Some things leave you guessing. MailChimp eliminates the guesswork from email marketing by suggesting ways to improve.
What's up with you, man? What's up with you? Welcome back. Welcome back.
In my first
You're
episode,
laughing
I
out?
had a section that praised the
shit.
sprite work of Dragon Force. 202 troops on the screen made for one impressive showing. And while I still consider that
Oh, you're lapping up John, yeah? You've been playing this game much?
impressive as all get out, I gotta give props to Dragon Force 2 as well. This one ups the ante a bit by giving you control over more than one troop type.
Did you
That
change
means
your
not
name,
only
Lee? You changed your name, didn't you? It was it Kyle before, right? Yeah, I thought so. Haha. you going incognito, yeah? On the down low. What rank you on now, Ali?
And you still have 202 fighters on screen, but now you can have 4 different troop types between the 2 generals controlling them. This doesn't just have an effect on the visuals, as the gameplay has some big changes as well. With the additional troops on the screen, the same tactics before are not gonna work, giving this one an exciting new direction. This one has been growing on me over the years, and while I still prefer the original, the differences make it well worth a play. Not only does it make the gameplay appealing,
That's cool,
but seeing
man.
all those
I'm
troops
sure
go
you'll get
head to
out
head
there.
at once never gets old.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. I mean, you like playing this game, right? If you like playing the game, I'm sure you'll get better at it.
Once upon a time, a good console superscaler port was worth its weight in gold. Even when it wasn't perfect, just having something that resembled the arcade was really special. When Sega Ages Outrun was released on the Saturn, it was the very first time we had seen it at home at that level. But what was hidden in this game was something that was even better. In the options, you could open something called the Smooth Mode, which gave you extraordinary results. While Outrun was always smooth in the arcade, this mode gives you 60 frames per second of pure superscaling bliss. So not only was Outrun on the Saturn a great port, it was actually better than the arcade on which it was based. For years, this remained the absolute best way to play Outrun, thanks to the smooth mode and the analog control, and it's still up there today. There are many other reasons why this version of Outrun is so beloved. It has an easy cornering option, both the Japanese and overseas maps, remixed music in the Japanese original, and separate time and traffic
And you
difficulty
do, man.
levels.
You're gonna be hitting up
But
those. You're gonna be hitting up those online tournaments, aren't you? Me from the Rock. You're gonna be hitting up them online tournaments, boy. You're Lee from the Rock like Jenny from the Block. Huh?
it's the smooth mode that made it special for so very long.
Been busy. That's cool.
There's a lot to like about Psychic Curse Killer Taramaru, but the way it uses polygons, sprites, and special effects to bring two-dimensional gameplay to life was really something else. The entire game pops visually with great transparencies, a near constant flow of scaling enemies, and 3D architecture that scrolls by in the scenery. It wasn't just the sprites that scaled either.
Taramaru.
Round one. Ready, go! Round 2. Ready, go!
What? That is bullshit, man. I was. Oh. Okay.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I didn't even mean to do that kick. I didn't mean to do that kick, man. What?
Round 4. Ready, go!
Ah, damn.
Knockout.
Could have beaten him.
Well, it was ridiculous.
I just made a mistake with doing that kick, man. I don't know why I did that kick, man. That's not what I tapped, man. Three games, no more friends. Yeah. 20%. Right. Non increase. Yeah. Reduced. If there's more, should be reduced. Huh? Adjust your price based on the number of guests in the group. You manually set your prices for different occupancies. So you make it automating the calendar. Do this by setting a fixed price per person. A percent increase for each additional guest. Oh. A percentage increase. Do this for person. I can't roll to play this dude again. Recommended. Yeah. Normal price reduced by. Right, see, oh, okay, so I get it. Wait a minute, shouldn't they? If there's two people, then the normal price would be.
Yes.
If there's one person,
I've got the advantage. You've got nothing. Round one. Ready, go! Hot dog! Excellent! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout!
base occupancy is how many guests you want.
Round three. Ready, go! Excellent!
Adjust your prices based on the number of guests in the group. Command these six different.
Round four. Ready, go!
let's keep it the same. So 3 normal, 10, 20. 3 normal, 10, 20.
準備はいい？
早きこと風のことし。
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout.
Thanks for the ad. So if I book Streatham Hill, I don't know why it says Streatham Hill. Show prices. So 1st of August until Showdown until okay. Oh, good. Tuesday, so check out following Tuesday, right? Huh? Nothing burger. Recommended. You want to use for this rate? Flexible. Is how many days you want to include for your normal price. The normal price is the baseline for your pricing per guest calculations. want to include for your normal price? Right, where do I change my normal price?
Round one. Ready, go! Excellent! Round two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go! Excellent! Round four. Ready, go! Let's see if you can walk the walk. Round one. Ready, go! two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout! Round five. Ready, go! Knockout! It's like you're moving in slow motion.
I've got the advantage. You've got nothing.
Round one. Ready, go!
Take that.
Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Ring out! Round four. Ready, go!
All right. Hot dog.
Knockout! Round five. Ready, go!
All right.
Knockout.
Yes! Heavyweights are nothing to me!
$94.91. $148. £60 per card.
Yeah! Yush! Koi! Round one. Ready, go!
Be right back.